Welcome to Parks Insurance Agency, where we don't want you to just get insured. We want you to get Parks insured. I'm Aaron Parks, president of Parks Insurance Agency. I have a special guest with me this afternoon. He is going to be a preferred partner with Parks Insurance Agency. His name is Phil Davidson. He is the president of Always Best Care of Rock Hill, a tremendous home health agency, or not necessarily a home health agency. They do assistance for older individuals who are in need of being able to. Group does a tremendous job. Personally, I know him personally, and definitely believe in everything that he does. So without further ado, I'm going to allow Phil to introduce himself.
Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. Again, my name is Phil Davidson. I'm with Always Best Care of Rock Hill, South Carolina. We are a non-medical in-home care company. And like Aaron said, we do help seniors stay safely in their homes. I'll give you just a brief summary of the services that we offer, and understand that this is a summary and not a complete listing. But we have basically three different levels of care. Our first is what we call companionship care. We rarely offer simply companionship, but it's always a part of what we do while we're in the home. Then we have home helper care, which is assistance with light housekeeping, meal preparation, medication reminders. We can provide transportation with this level of care, run errands. If a person wants to go get their hair cut or get their nails done or go out to lunch, we can do those things also, just depending upon what the person's needs are and what they want to do. And then we have personal care. Assistance with personal care is helping with activities of daily living, your bathing, dressing, toileting, grooming, feeding, and ambulation. We can offer services from a single 4-hour shift per week all the way up to and including 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We help with people who may just need somebody, like I said earlier, to be a companion to them, to get them out of the house a couple of times a week, maybe to just so they can want to go and do things because they don't drive anymore. And we also work with people on the other end of the spectrum who may need total bed care, who were hospice patients at that time and require 100% care in the bed. And then everything pretty much all the way in between. We cater our care plans to each individual. Go out and do an in-home assessment for each new client and create a care plan specific to that individual based on their needs. We also set schedules based on their needs or the family's needs. It's the other thing that we help with people on is, if the time comes that the family wants to consider assisted living for that individual, we can help find appropriate assisted living communities for them also. And that particular service is absolutely free. We do that as a courtesy for our clients. We do get compensated for it by the communities when we're able to help you find one for your loved one.
Very good. Very good. Phil, I really am a huge fan of what you do in general, just because, it may be something that, my family and friends, personally, my personal family, that in the future, as they age and as they need more assistance and things of that nature, is certainly something I'm going to personally utilize with Phil at Always Best Care. Now, Phil, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? And how did you get to Rock Hill, South Carolina?
Well, until about 15 years ago, or a little over 15 years ago, I considered myself a native Charlottean. I was born and raised in Charlotte. I worked at Freightliner Trucks for 30 years as an engineer and a production supervisor. In 2008, there was an EPA regulation change in the trucking industry that forced a huge downturn in the trucking market as a whole. And I was given an envelope and said, "You need to retire." So I wasn't ready for retirement. So I had to figure out what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. And to make a long story short, I found this business. I wished I had found it 10 years sooner. To be honest with you, we've been doing this now since 2011. But it's probably the most satisfying thing that I've ever done. I'm not a caregiver personally, but I get satisfaction knowing when I lay my head down at night to go to sleep that I've got people out there caring for someone all around the clock. So it's a real feel good kind of industry. It is.
Nice, nice. Now, Phil, that is, and that's a big reason why, and I can relate to that because that's a big reason why we do what we do here at Parks. We do same thing, and just being able to assist people means a whole lot to us, and it means a whole lot to our clients. So, I feel you on that 100%. So, Phil, let me ask you this: what do you like to do? What does Phil like to do in his personal time while he's not out there saving the world? What does Phil like to do?
I used to really enjoy playing golf. I did. My back is not what it once was, and the golf swing is not good for one's back. So I wound up having to give that up a few years ago. But I enjoy the outdoors. Debbie and I like to hike and go fishing, and we've recently purchased some land, so we're developing that land now and getting ready to put a house on it, and that's occupying most of my free time these days. But we really enjoy the outdoors.
And family, do you have family nearby? You mentioned Debbie, obviously, your wife there. Family, what you got for family around?
I've got two kids. One lives up in the Davidson area, and I've got another. That's my son that lives in the Davidson area. He's got three kids himself, so I've got three grandkids by him and his wife. And my daughter lives in the Atlanta area, and she's got two kids, her and her husband. So I've got five grandkids. Debbie has three grandkids of her own, and they live in the Belmont area. So we've got kids all around.
Full house, full house. One more business question.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you is this: what Phil? What makes you different? What makes you different than another home assisted? What's the word? What's the verbiage?
In-home care company.
In-home care company. What makes you different than the average in-home care company?
Well, I think that I've met a number of the other owners for the home care companies in the area, and frankly, everyone I've met in this business is doing it because they have a passion and a heart for it. They really are, and it's the wrong business to be in if you don't have that kind of passion and that heart for it. But I think one of the things that makes us a little bit different is we try to treat our employees well. We utilize your services for the insurance, and I think we're the only home care company in the area that's offering healthcare insurance for our employees. That's a big deal for our employees. As a result, we right now are one of the companies that has staffing to be able to manage the new the business when it comes in. The other companies, unfortunately for them, are not, just don't have the staffing right now. We're still all struggling to get people back into the workforce, and I think we've managed to get a step ahead of everyone in regards to that this past year.
Very nice, very nice. Good, very good point. And I can speak to that. And for those of you who are watching this that might actually want to be a caregiver and join Phil on his team, what would you say to those folks?
Give me a call at the number you see on the screen. You don't need to call me directly. Ask for Kelly. When you call that number, Kelly is my recruiter. That's what she does 8 hours a day, every day of the week. Is she's searching for new caregivers. We run a number of ads online, but if you're really interested, just call Kelly at 803-329-0079, and she can help get you started down that path if that's what you would like to do. We'd be very interested in speaking with you.
Very good. Last question, Phil, before I let you go. I know you're a busy guy. Got to ask you, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
That's a good question. I've always wanted to go to Niagara Falls. I've never done that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Why Niagara Falls?
I have seen pictures of Niagara Falls in the wintertime when the falls are frozen, and I would love to see that.
That'd be pretty cool. Be pretty chilly.
Yeah,
Pretty
it would
chilly,
be. It would be.
but it'd be pretty
Right
cool.
on, right.
Nevertheless,
Yeah.
cool. Well, Phil, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for being a preferred partner, guys. For those of you who are my clients that have worked with me in Parks Insurance, really, guys, if you have any need, you have any loved ones, you have any friends, you have any family that you know could benefit from Phil's services, hey, you need to reach out. This guy, he runs a tight ship. The folks there that work for him and with him, they do a tremendous job, and I can vouch for them personally. And I definitely want you to reach out to Phil and his crew, and definitely get the services you need. So, really, again, Phil, thank you for your time today. Appreciate you. And
Can I
you
share
guys,
one last thing?
yes, go ahead.
One of the things that we try to do, what we find often is that when people get into a situation where they need services such as ours, it's more often than not, it's the first time they've ever dealt with anything like this, and they really don't know who to contact. They don't know what kind of questions they ask. They don't know what's available. One of the things that I really like to do for people is be a source of information. So if you find yourself in that situation and you just need to know a few things, give me a call. I'll try to help you step through the process and help you understand what it is you're looking for and who you may need. I may not be the one that's going to be able to help you, but at least I can get you pointed in the right direction.
Very good point. Appreciate that. And you guys, hey, all the stuff is down here in the description box. All of Phil's contact information. You go visit them on their website at alwaysbestcarerockhill.com. Great resource there if you want to reach out to the office. There you see the number, and then also you can email Phil there, and I'll have all that stuff down below for you. So you guys have a great and wonderful day, and we will catch up with you again next time. Take care, guys.